Hello, I'd like to welcome you to your general psychology course. First thing, watch this video, which you've already started doing. Well done. First task accomplished. So I'm going to do a little overview about the course. First of all, the announcement section. The announcement section is where you're going to get important information weekly from your instructor, maybe even daily. You may have one of those instructors who are all in it every day, wants to send you a little tidbit or fact or piece of information. It's very important to check this section. You also should get notifications when things are posted here, but just in case, good to check this section. This has a nice welcome from your instructor, and right here is a place you can click to take you directly to the syllabus quiz. So you want to read through the syllabus and then come back and go there. There's also some testing tips. Check it out. Good stuff. Next place you're going to want to go is content. Okay, in the content section is where you're going to find pretty much everything you need for the course. Starting with getting prepared. If you're thinking to yourself, what was I thinking? Why am I taking an online course? Or I'm in a traditional course and they're going to use all this technology. Don't freak out, because in getting prepared for this course, there are tutorials on every single thing that you need to do in this course. So if you're like, I don't know how to use the assignment box, guess what? There's a video for that. Dun dun dun! And there it is right there. It's going to come up here in a second. There's a video for how to do that. Alright, how to use that learner environment, the assignments. So each one of these, so if you're like, well, how do I use discussions? There you go, right there. So this is a really great place to get some information on how to use the tools that are in your course that I'm about to talk about. So going back to getting prepared, let's check out some other things that are there for us. Your textbook is also here. So this is an OER course, meaning that there is no need to purchase a textbook. The textbook is included in the text of the course. So, and it's from OpenStax Psychology. This is the full PDF version if you'd like to download that onto your phone or to your computer. Also, you can view an online version. And if you'd like, you can contact the PTC bookstore to get a copy of the text printed out, or you can get a hardcover at Amazon. So there's lots of different ways that you can access this text. So check this page out, and I would highly suggest that you use your text frequently, that you sift through it, read through it, fall in love with it, and enjoy every page as if you're reading the best novel of your life, because psychology is extremely fascinating if you let it be. Alright, so let's go back to getting prepared. Actually, let's go back next to getting started. So let's get it started. Check this out. Your getting started is where you're going to find your syllabus quiz, your course information sheet, course overview sheet, class schedule, assignment schedule, instructor information, proctoring information if you're in an online class, and also tips for success. Highly suggest you watch some tips for success. So going with the syllabus, okay, so check out your syllabus. It's got some great information about school policies, things of that nature, and then your course information sheet. This is going to be kind of a rundown of the objectives of the course. Your PSY 201 course overview, this is going to be the kind of skinny on those two documents that I just talked to you about, and it's going to have like grade breakdowns, it's going to have just important stuff, discussion questions, assignments, what's kind of expected of you, what you can expect from your instructor. For example, turnaround times, emails within 24 hours. If you don't get an email back within 48 hours, for sure, email the instructor again. Certainly email me again, because that means that something's gone awry. I've missed it, or maybe it's just disappeared into the world of the internet. I don't know. But if you don't get a response within 24 or 48 hours, go ahead and email again, because something may have happened. So check this page out. It's got a lot of great information in it for you. Back to getting started. Okay, so if we go back to looking at getting started, you will see that there is a class schedule. This is going to give you the breakdown of what's going to be taught when, not in detail, but in like when the units are. And your assignment schedule is going to be much more detailed. Your assignment schedule is telling you when things are going to be due. So if you look at Unit 1, first of all, syllabus quiz, do that as soon as possible, like as soon as possible. But with Unit 1, for example, Unit 1 opens up January 9th, closes January 20th. Unit 1 exam closes January 20th, which means if you're in class, you're going to get your lecture, go through stuff with your instructor, and they're going to release you to take your exam. If you're online, it's kind of at your own pace. You can take it any time between this time, but I highly suggest you hit the chapter quizzes first, get an idea about the information. And if you're in class, remember you're going to have in-class assignments. That's where you're going to be kind of doing in class. So January 20th at 11:01, this exam will no longer be available. In fact, if you start it at 10:30, it's going to stop at 11 p.m. and you won't be able to do any more work on it. So make sure you recognize the times, recognize the dates, and you get in there and take care of that. You get two attempts on each exam, except for exam 4. Exam 4, you're only going to get 1 attempt because it's a proctored exam. If you're traditional or hybrid student, so that means you're in class, physically in class, you will take your test in class, but you still only get 1 attempt on it, and it is have to take it. If you don't take it, it'll be a 0. So you got to make sure that you take that. It's not included in the drops for the course. And make sure to read up about what the course is saying and what the course wants you to do. It's all there in your course overview. Alright, so back to getting started. You will also find what I think is awesome is a instructor information sheet. This is going to tell you about your instructor, who your instructor is, how to contact them. So for this one, of course, it's got instructor name is instructor name and office number is office number, but that will all be filled out when by the time you guys are checking out this video. You should be able to see some instructor information. If you don't, pop an email to your instructor and be like, hey, and D2L, and be like, hey, and I'll show you how to do that in a minute. Alright, getting started. Back to getting started. Proctoring information for those of you in an online class, so you can get yourself a proctor. And then tips for success. Make sure to check this out. It's just got some little tips of how you can be successful. Unit 1. Unit 1, each unit has a text in chapter form. So if you're like, oh my gosh, it's a whole textbook, it's so much space on my phone, you can actually download it per chapter. And what's really cool about this is, here you go, you have each chapter, and you can read through this chapter online. You can download it, have access to it on your own time, so you don't have to be online. Very cool stuff. Okay. And then we've got to wait for the computer. So chapter 1 and 2, of course, are there. And then you've got your unit breakdowns for each unit. Now within your unit breakdowns, they have a video about the unit breakdown. So I'm not going to really go over the unit breakdown too much because there's a video in each one about the unit breakdown. So if we go down here, though, it has everything that you need to do for the unit, and all you gotta do is click to get there. And again, if you're online, if you're in an online course, you're not gonna have the quizzes. You're gonna have if you're in a traditional class, you're not gonna have the quizzes. You're gonna have in-class assignments. If you're online, you're gonna have the quizzes. And don't forget to start working on your group project. Hit that group discussion right now. Get that taken care of. Start talking with your group members. Alright, so those are the units. Okay, each unit is going to have a textbook of each chapter that you're going over, and then a unit breakdown of what you need to do. Okay, so that is basically your course. Your checklist is a place where you can check off things after you've done them. For me, of course, it's going to appear differently because I am not a student. But this is a place for you to check off things that you've done, things that you've completed. And this is just for your own records. The instructor doesn't actually see this from your perspective, so you just would check it off, hit save and close. So then you know, hey, I know that I've done that assignment, but don't check it off until you've done the assignment, because I made that mistake one semester taking a class here just for fun. I forgot to do the assignment, but I checked the box because I was like, oh, and I was about to do it, but then I got distracted, and then I was like, oh, I checked the box, I must have done it, and I never checked to see if I did it, and I got a 0. But it's okay, it happens. So next is your class list. This is where you're going to see your class members. Right now you only see me because I'm the only one currently in the class. So if you want to talk to one of your class members, you can click here, or you can click on your instructor and click email, and that will be able to send them an email. Yes, that's one way to send your instructor an email, especially if they haven't sent you one yet, so you can't reply. So it's one way to send them an email. This is your attendance registry. Won't open up for me, but for you, it'll have your attendance down, and it'll be checked off as you go through. And grades as well. I'm not going to be able to see it the same as you see it because I'm an instructor, but the grades are going to kind of show you a breakdown of which grades you have, and this is also be where all your feedback is. And lastly, the virtual classroom. in the virtual classroom, some people set it up, some people don't use it. My classes use it on occasion. So just kind of double check and read through your course overview to see if your instructor is going to be using virtual classroom. But another thing you can do is you can use virtual classroom if you need to set up a meeting with your instructor and you'd like to talk with them. You can talk with them through virtual classroom. So it's a really cool tool to use. Thanks for stopping in. Thanks for watching this 10-minute video. And I hope that you have an absolutely wonderful, spectacular, amazing semester. Psychology is an amazing, very interesting subject if you let it be. And good luck. Again, my name is Meredith Brown. You're listening to Breeze Bay 40THR33, Audio Library Music for Content Creators. Thank you so much and enjoy your course.